Hey, make a quick video around the equipment slot issue I had before. So if I just show you it. So you see, you get it in the equipment slot. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Drop it in, drop it out, right click, drop it out, go to a new level. Originally that was empty and I managed to get to the point last night where it persists in a new level, but look what happens. You can't take it out. And I must have spent about 3 hours trying to do it, thinking it must be something wrong with the equipment slot here to do with like the drag and drop logic. So it's the right click, oh this one. So like the right click or the left click where you just saw me getting rid of it is the problem, or trying all sorts, trying to force it to like refresh, and yeah, and then I went to bed and I honestly, on the toilet before bed for about 2 seconds, figured it out, and I thought I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow morning. So this is why I'm doing it quite early. So I'll show you what the actual solution is. You saw on Equipped it works fine. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You go to a new level, it doesn't work fine. And I've discovered yesterday as well that object references, so the blue versions, so those object references can't be passed even through a game instance through. Like, it's valid, so object reference, you pick up that weapon, okay, so the weapon is like equipment PDW underscore C underscore 0, like that's like unique identifier for its reference object. Great. Go into a new level, blank. So that was the original problem where you went to a new level and it was blank. So I moved that over to using the encrypted class. So it's just the class variables rather than having the object. It's the class reference. Class references can be passed through, and that's why the slot is now. It used to be working off equipped weapon, but now it's working off equipped class and the equipped class item info rather than the equipped weapon, and then trying to pull the item info through the equipped weapon. Because the equipped weapon, the blue object one, the blue one, is empty, there's no item info, but because the class, the purple class reference is not empty, there is info, hence why it shows you it when you go through the level now. But as you saw, there was a problem where I couldn't equip it, but I could equip it fine, and the issue is here. Figured it out. Honestly, I thought it's got to be that. Is valid, true, false? Well, it's always going to be invalid because it's always empty. Well, no, it's either going to be invalid because it's empty, or well, yeah. Actually, it's always going to be this node because it's always going to be empty. It's always not going to be present because it's never going to be ported across. So if I just do an undo to show you the fix, and then I'll explain it. Oh, it's pain when it remembers each nudge. So the difference is now uses class reference is valid and then like true false. So exactly what you saw, that is valid true false. It's just a slightly, I guess it's more of like a broken up way of doing exactly the same thing, because you can't do a is valid the other way, the one with the question mark to pop that thing up. So what you've got here is the exact same thing. Is it true? Is it false? On load up, it pulls the class from where is it? The game instance, and on save or moving level, save or auto save, it stores it to the game instance. So when you come out the other end, it pulls from the game instance. So again, we've talked about it loads of times. So you equip a weapon, it goes into the game instance, you walk through the door, you come out the door, you take the equipped weapon back out of the game instance, and that's how you make levels persist. So it comes from the game instance, right? And the game instance has it present, so it is valid. so then you could drop it out. So just for information here, this is for when you unequipped it. It's just that it's like a hard make everything blank, and then that is just okay. Now make everything blank in the game instance. Then update the equipment. Update the equipment is when you see me drag it over, and the item disappears or the item appears when you put it in the slot. So right now you've got your equipment. Right click it. Yeah, great. Drag it out. Yeah, great. Go into another room. Still present. Drag it out. Yep, great. Right click it. Yep, great. This finally gets around the issue after about 2 days. So to double back, wrap it up just so you understand what's going on. The issue was character class is valid. Uh, that's a solution. The issue was equipment, weapon, object class. So this one. So that was the problem because that can't be passed through the game instance. There's no error saying it can't do, which is nice of it. Uh, Sarcastically, uh, yeah, there's no way to pass it through that I've discovered. So the best thing you can do is rather than passing the object through, which I believe object reference relates to like something in the world space, so technically it makes sense you couldn't pass it through. But if you pull from it and do something like this, so get class, and then you do like, well, that is that. You can pull from it the class. If you've got like class defaults on it, you could do like get info. Well, your equipped dynamo gonna have info anyway if you've matched a structure to it. See, like you see all these. This is essentially what it is, and then that equipped weapon name. So I'll just write. It'll look filthy, but I'll right click it. Equipped weapon name is just well, it's description in this case, just because I don't want to do a cast and it serves its purpose. I'll streamline the code for the node alignment and everything's working. But yeah, you can't pass the object reference, but you can pass the object reference information, and that is why the class, the info, and the description, this, and this, all pass through the game instance. Lovely, lovely. All get stored in the save load system. Perfect. As you saw, it's finally working. But that doesn't. That disappears. Yeah. Couple of minutes video. How long's it been going? About 8 minutes. A bit too long. But I really wanted to show it in case people are having headaches trying to figure out why an object reference does not work persisting through levels and say level loads, but other stuff does. So there you go. Hope it helps.